A growing health alert, at least 2 deaths now caused by RSV here in Monroe County.
And local cases of that and the flu are soaring. The flu is hitting and spreading earlier this year than in most years.
And all of this amid that nationwide triple threat of flu, RSV, and COVID as we head into the holiday season and the winter months. Health leaders are urging everyone to keep up to date with vaccinations.
13 WAM's Cheyenne Walker has more on what we learned today about the cases here. Cheyenne?
Yes, Doug and Dan, across the country, hospitals are reporting a sharp rise in RSV and flu cases. And here in Monroe County is no different. There have been over 2,000 cases of RSV and the flu just in the past month. It's not unusual to see people coughing and sneezing this time of year. However, a local doctor says what is concerning is a rising number of RSV cases in Monroe County this early in the season.
We saw more cases in October than we typically do see. And right now we are seeing this huge influx of cases over the last 2 weeks that's higher than a normal season. And we don't yet know if we're at the peak of that season.
Dr. Angela Branche says the majority of the more than 2,200 RSV cases reported over the past month involve young patients. Of those confirmed cases, more than 238 people were hospitalized for RSV, and 2 individuals have died. The number of local flu cases are also rising.
Specifically, we are coming through the end of a pandemic where for 3 years, almost a lot of us were masking, we were social distancing, we were sheltering in place, we were doing all the things we needed to do to prevent infection with COVID. And as a result, what happened was that flu and RSV essentially disappeared for 2 years.
Health leaders say this is the highest number of cases we've seen this early in the season in 3 years.
Say 2019 data, when we peaked for influenza cases, we were peaking at about 400 cases in a week. Right now, we had 600 cases or so in the last week, and we're not at our peak yet. So, potentially 130 or 140% increase at least.
And as the holiday season is fast approaching, health officials are encouraging everyone to get a flu shot and also wear a mask in crowded spaces.
Yeah, we are also following claims of attempted sexual assaults in Rochester's Park Avenue neighborhood.
This comes after a social media post went viral alleging a serial rapist had been stalking women at bars.
And as Chase Howell explains, Rochester police are now investigating to see if there's any truth to that social media post. Chase?
Yeah, Doug, Dan, Rochester police say they're investigating claims on social media that a serial rapist is targeting women here in Rochester's Park Avenue area. A social media post gone viral claiming a serial rapist is targeting women in Rochester's Park Avenue neighborhood. The post claims a man is stalking women as they leave bars, waiting until they're alone, then attacking them.
Certainly when we become aware of reports of people being followed home or people becoming allegedly sexually assaulted or raped, we take that very seriously. We have officers and our investigators are looking into these allegations and these claims to see what's going on with them.
Rochester Police Lieutenant Greg Bello says officers have been meeting with bar owners as part of their investigation. Drew Nye co-owns 2 restaurants on Park Avenue and says he's also seen the social media post. He says though nothing has happened at either of his venues, he's keeping his floodlights on to make sure his staff and even people walking by are well lit late at night.
We always encourage them to be street smart, to walk in pairs, to just keep your head up, not stare at your phone as you're walking down the street, and just have situational awareness.
For those walking to the bars or heading home for the night, Lieutenant Bello wants to remind people to travel in groups and always be aware of their surroundings.
So if you feel you're being followed, go into one of those establishments, right? Like Dragonfly or the pizza place or whatever it may be. There's plenty of establishments along Park Avenue that you can go into and have safety for numbers and call 911 from within.
And because of those sexual assault claims, Rochester Police says it plans on upping its patrols during bar hours in the Park Avenue neighborhood.